going to another trade show.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps. We've been to so many. One was just now in March, and there's a couple others coming up. We've been to them in New York and just all over the country. And we were talking just this afternoon about it and how important it is to, when you get there, even as a first-timer or having been there many times, is to kind of have an idea of what you want to do while you're there, because in a lot of cases there's so many vendors that it's absolutely impossible to see all of everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And what we do is when we're looking for a specific item, we'll take the booklet, which with 8,000 vendors is pretty thick, and go through, find the vendors we're interested in or the product that we're interested in, mark off who we're going to go see, and then find those vendors. And as we're walking to their booth, we're getting to see the other vendors that are there too. There's a lot of dollar store people. There's a lot of convenience stores selling to convenience stores, a lot of smoking accessories, things that we're not the least bit interested in. But then other things catch our eye too. And so as a result, we're seeing a good cross-section on our way to where we want to be.
Mm-hmm.
And it saves a lot of time, and by the time the day is over, it's exhausting because you're constantly talking, constantly thinking, and it's a lot of walking. It is. But, it's so good. And even not to go, not even to buy, but just to see what the trends are, to see what the colors are, to see what's coming up. And there's always something new and different that you would be the first to market. And so when people are saying that they want to start a new line, or they want to try something different on eBay, or they're bored with what they are, or they're in a category that has so much competition.
Yeah, right.
There's just infinite number of products out there, including some of these people will even drop ship. That's not their norm, but you ask them about it, and a lot of them will.
Wow.
So it's just good exposure, good networking, and it just sitting for lunch one day. We were talking to some people from North Dakota and just made friends with them, and you just start interacting and exchanging ideas, and it's a great place to go and find things and make yourself a better business person.
Great advice. So when you go to one of these shows, you're suggesting to get the catalog or is
First.
It a brochure? Or?
No, it's a very thick, about the size of a Reader's Digest.
Wow.
And it's got to be that thick.
No kidding.
Yeah. And they have the vendors both by the name, alphabetical by name, or by product.
Mm-hmm.
And so we just go through the products, what we're looking for.
So this is called a trade show.
It's a trade show or merchandise show.
Merchandise.
And they have them in Las Vegas, Orlando, Atlantic City, New York City, Chicago. They're all over. And, they're just different companies do it, different sizes, but they're fun.
Yeah.
They're fun.
Yeah. Well, thanks for the tip, because I know a lot of people probably fear away from heading out and venturing out to experience one of those, because I'm sure it could be very overwhelming.
It is, and the best part, they're free for buyers. You just have to, if you pre-register, just have to prove that you're a business, either your business license or a business card or business stationery. Just prove you're a business, and you're in. And so it's free. The booths in some of these shows are like $15,000 for a 10 by 10 for these sellers.
Wow.
In a lot of them, most of the merchandise is only samples, so you can't buy off the floor.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them will sell their samples on the last day, especially if they're big and bulky, that they don't want to take them back home again.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of them have another trade show that they're going to, so they don't want to sell their samples because they're going to need them for the next show. But then the jewelry is cash and carry.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense.
Yeah, jewelry, the hair accessories, costume jewelry, pins, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Is all cash and carry.
Very good. Okay, so if you want to check out some items that Louise may be having in her eBay store, you can visit Louise's eBay store.
Herbs Crafts Gifts.
Herbs Crafts Gifts.
That's HERBSCRAFTS GIFTS.
Great. Okay. Well, thanks for sharing that.
Oh, you're welcome.